Good morning, kids. Welcome back. This is Nagarjun Reddy. I'll be handling the course of power system deregulation in your next semester. This is a small introductory video where you'll get familiarized with the objective of this course, the major learning objectives, the course outcomes, and finally I'll give a glimpse of the assessment and grading and my expectations on this course. Coming to the aim of this course, you might have come across different courses on power systems in your previous years, namely the Power System 1, which deals with the generation, Power Systems 2, which deals with the transmission, Power System Operation and Control, which deals with the operation and control of the power systems, utilization of electrical power. Like that, you might have come across different technical areas of the power system. But there are other dimensions of the power system, and this particular course is intended to provide a comprehensive treatment about the new dimensions of the power system, such as the power markets, the restructuring of the power systems, the independent operators, like that. There are different new dimensions of the power system which you might not have come across. There are different players in the electrical power markets who help us in delivering the power from the generation to the consumer. And this particular course has 4 learning objectives which are derived from the 4 units which you do have in the course. The first objective was to introduce you or to make you develop some knowledge on the power system restructuring, which has been an important thing in the recent past, even in our country also. And in the second unit is introduced to develop your knowledge on OASIS, what we call it as an open access same time information system. And the third one is the role and responsibilities of service entities in the power markets. And lastly, we will discuss about the operation of the power systems in the competitive environments. Coming to the contents unit-wise, the first unit deals with the key issues in the electric utilities. As you all know that electric utilities include all the generation units, the transmission units and the distribution units. So we will see what are the restructuring models in the electric utilities, and we will also discuss about the independent system operator and how powers are being exchanged, electrical powers are being exchanged in the restructured markets, the operations of the power markets, the models of the power markets, and the congestion in the power systems. So we'll discuss about the intrazonal and interzonal congestion of the power systems. And unit number 2 is all about your open access same time information system, what we call it as an OASIS, how the structure it will be, how the open transmission system operation will be. And we'll come across different terms like ATC, available transfer capability, TTC, total transfer capability, TRM, what we call it as a transmission reliability margin, and CB1, capacity benefit margin. Like that, there are different terms which are mainly dealt in the open transmission system operations. So we'll come across these things, and particularly we'll be dealing with the different methods of how to calculate this ATC, available transfer capability. And unit number 3 is about electricity pricing and power system economic operation. As you all know, there are various factors which finally lead to electricity pricing. This is not being dealt in your regular power system. So this is a new dimension of how electricity pricing is being done, what are the volatility, what is the concept of volatility in the electricity pricing, and what are the various indices which do happen in the electricity pricing, and what are the challenges which we do face. And there are some curves, what we call it as a forward price curves, how these are being constructed, and how the prices will be forecasted. So based upon the demand and the generation, because as you all know, it is always a dynamic issue. So how these prices are being forecasted in the short term and also in the long term, and how the power pools will be done, the brokerages in the power system will be done. So this all will be dealing in your unit number 3. This is just like your stock markets. And the unit number 4 is about operating your power systems in a competitive environment. So we will start with what do you mean by a competitive environment? What is this power system competitive environment? And we will come across this independent system operators who act independently. And we will see what the pool markets and the bilateral markets have. And finally, we will close it with the planning activities of a generation unit. So we will take a generation unit and we will see the planning activities of the generation unit in a pool market or in a bilateral market. So all these topics are completely new to you. This is a completely new dimension. This is not related to your technical things. But as an electrical engineer, we need to focus on these new dimensions. So I hope that you will get familiarized with all these new dimensions of this power system. I hope by the end of this particular course, the outcomes, or what we call it as course learning outcomes, are by the end of this course, you will be able to know the developments in the power system restructuring and describe the open access same-time information systems. And I hope you will be able to identify the role and responsibilities of different service entities in the power markets. And finally, you will be able to analyze what is this congestion management, transmission pricing, and ancillary service management. And coming to the textbooks, and the first one is the Operation of Restructured Power System. This is a very fine, nice book, authored by K. Bhattacharya, Kankar Bhattacharya. And the second one is P. Venkatesh, is the author of this particular book, Electricity Power System Analysis, Security, and Deregulation. But most of the syllabus is being covered in your textbook number 1, which we will be following. And if you want to have more information, you can go through these reference books. And there is a course in NPTEL. There is a web course in the NPTEL. If you want, you can register for that course also. It is a restructured power systems, which is being dealt by Dr. A.R. Abhyankar and Professor S.A. Karpade. And this is one of the finest courses. And coming to the assessment and grading, as per your curriculum states that there must be 8 assignments, 2 per each unit, and there must be 2 mid-semester examinations and 1 end-semester examination. I would like to introduce weekly assignments for this particular course, so that you will get acquainted with the latest developments and to improve your learning. I hope you support me with this weekly assignments this time. And coming to my expectations, I do expect that all of you attend each and every of the class, because it will be a little bit difficult if you skip few classes, because these are completely new developments in the power systems. So I am thinking of having a class role in each and every class. And I also suggest you read the recommended book, particularly the first one. I'll be providing the online copy of that particular textbook, which I do have. And I hope you work all the assignments and submit them before the due date. Thank you, and I wish you a happy learning.